back, you foul beast! Today we have the beautiful Ridgid 4-gallon portable wet dry vacuum for only 99 bucks. Now I found this on Amazon, but the one I found on Amazon was $153. However, this was at my local Home Depot for only $99. So if you want to pick one of these up after the review, if you like it, whatever, I would go to your local Home Depot. If not, you can find it on Amazon, but it's more expensive. So this is 5 peak horsepower, 4 US gallons, 15 liters. It comes with 3 extended hoses and these 2 attachments here. This seems like a shorter attachment for smaller areas and then a larger for larger areas. And it does come with a filter. I think it's pre-installed, we're gonna find out. This is quite a huge box, so we're just gonna take everything out and get it out of the way. So we got our register of purchase and we have our user manual. Have the larger hose here. Nice. Got our extra extensions. The larger opened end and the smaller open end. And last but not least, the unit itself. Ooh, okay. Yeet. And here is the beautiful unit itself. Let's go ahead and find out if this indeed has, yes, it does have the filter. All right. So now this is a wet or dry vacuum. So you can use wet or dry, but I think you have to have the filter out when you use it wet. So we'll look through the instructions for that. So it's got straight wheels on the bottom here on both sides. And then on the front, it has caster wheels on both sides. So that's nice. Like it, seems very smooth. Now originally when I was looking this up, I was told that this hose, yeah, it crushes. So the reason why I bought this is to detail my car. So I bought this and we'll go through that here in a second. So we got the hose here, these extenders, and this is how they connect up. Just like that, seems pretty simple enough. Now I guess when you connect them, you just pop it on there and then it locks into place. Easy enough. Have a very long line of cable. There is no ground for this plug, so you can put it into pretty much any extension cord if you'd like, but this is quite long itself, so that is good to know. All right, so we got our car nozzle component, so I think that would be this guy. Our carry handle, on and off switch, power head, I'm not sure what that means, vac inlet port, dust drum, caster wheels, drum latch, power cord, wheel, accessory storage bin, blower port. Is that what I think that is? I think that means this vacuum will reverse and blow air out. If so, that is freaking awesome. I didn't even know that. Vacuuming dry materials. The filter must always be in the correct position at all times to avoid leaks and possible damage to the vac. To maintain peak performance when vacuuming, fine dust, clean the drum and filter regularly. Do not use a wet filter when picking up dry material. The filter will quickly clog and be difficult to clean. If the filter is wet, you must allow it to dry completely or replace it with a dry filter before using the vac to pick up dry material. Okay. Vacuuming up small amounts of liquid less than 5 centimeters collected in the dust drum does not require filter removal. When larger amounts of liquid are to be picked up, remove all dry use paper filters and replace with a Ridgid wet application foam filter. Okay, I do not have one of those. Do not remove the filter cage or float. The foam filter is specifically designed for high volume liquid pickup. If the paper filter is used and becomes saturated, you may see mist coming from the blower port. That's this guy here. When the drum is full, the float will rise and cut off airflow. The motor sound will rise in pitch and its speed will increase, indicating the drum is full. Turn off the vac and unplug the power cord before emptying the drum. Now I won't be able to test the wet function today. We're just gonna do dry only. Maybe a future video I can do wet to see how it operates. Okay, I'm excited now. Your vac features a blower port. It can blow sawdust and other debris. Follow the steps below to use your vac as a blower. locate the blower port at the rear of the power head A of your wet dry vac. Insert the larger end of the hose, 1, into the blower port. Engage the hose locking tab onto the lip of the blower port. The hose should snap into place. Turn vac on and you are ready to use your vac as a blower. Heck yeah. To remove the hose from the vac, turn vac off. Press the hose locking tab, pulling the hose straight off of the blower port. All right, so you locate the tab, and that's going to join with that. Press down, so you push in, and it locks into place. Easy as that. And to remove it, press down, wiggle out. The vacuum side, however, has a lip across the entire way, so you can just plug it wherever, and it'll probably twist around. Yeah, so no need to be perfectly accurate for the actual vacuuming side. All right, let's give this beast a go. All right, so we have a high traffic area here. I just decided to use the smaller attachment here. Wow. Okay, very strong suction power. This thing is quite loud. It is a shop vac, so it's not something you're gonna be using inside your home unless you're really trying to get stuff done. That cleaned everything up beautifully with zero effort. Completely clean off of this edge right here. That is beautiful. Off to a good start. I don't know how well you can see this, but there is a lot of crap in here. There's a lot of dog hair and little pieces of sticks and leaves and all that. We'll see how well it can clean the channel out. All right, here it goes. Okay. Immediately, I don't know if you can hear me while that's running, but immediately it picks up every bit of the loose stuff. There is caked on stuff in there that seems like it didn't get sucked up immediately, but I feel like if we agitate it a little bit, it would pull it back out. All right, we'll go ahead and carry on. All right, so it definitely did a good job picking up all the loose stuff. However, there is still stuff that would need to be agitated, but I'm not gonna fault the vacuum for that because this stuff is really stuck on there. Who knows when the last time this was cleaned? I sure don't. So yeah, it does a good job. It's pulling it all through. Let's see what the tank looks like. All right, so all you do is just get your hand under there and pull those up on both sides. Let's see. We got a lot around the filter here. That's good. And then we got a good amount in here already. So yeah, so this does well. However, the only issue that I see is if I'm working out in my car and I'm moving over areas and whatnot, and this happens. Now that's kinked right there. I don't know if you could see that. So it can easily be crushed, and then that obviously is going to negate the suction power and getting material to flow through here. So my rigid auto detailing kit, I also bought that, so let's go ahead and look at that. This isn't something you have to get. You can just buy the vacuum itself, but I got this specifically to work on my car and out in my garage because I'm not gonna use my regular vacuum to do that and just potentially destroy it. This is meant to be durable, so let's give her a look here. So we got this beautiful orange hose, which I think it's cool. Orange isn't my favorite color, but this one, is crush proof and I think kink proof. Yeah, look at that. So it's got like a double wall on it. I'm not sure exactly how it works. Connects up just like the normal connection. These actually swivel, which I think is cool. You do have a smaller front end, also swivels too, but you get different attachments. So this is the one I'm mostly excited for. This one actually has a flexible end here. This area is rubber, so this will flex, and this area is really small. Like, there's my finger for comparison. So this will be able to get in crevices better than this one would do, because here's my finger again. Here's 2 fingers. That's about the size for this. So this is a lot larger. It's a lot thicker here. Let's see in comparison how much larger this one is. So this will get more crevices in your car if you decide to get this. This kit is $54. So I mean, $150 for a perfect shop vacuum. I think that's a pretty good deal. Unfortunately, the other ones will only be useful for this hose that comes with it. But honestly, if you have this new and updated hose, you're probably not even gonna wanna use this one. And this one comes with plenty of bits here. So here is another really fancy one. It's got an angle at it, so you can grab here and just get those carpets really well, or your seats really well. It's got a nice flared opening, so that's that one. And then you also have two brush styled ones. These bristles are very cool. They're translucent, so it looks really cool. Yeah, you got the brush, that one brush attachment here. And you got another brush attachment. These brushes are a little more rigid.
Oh, okay, I see what you did there.
So this will probably really break up the dirt a lot better. But personally, I like to keep it simple. So we're gonna go into my nightmare of my vehicle that has my dog hair all in it, and we're gonna put this to the test. All right, so we're in my garage here.
Here in my garage.
We have my nasty floor mats in my car, hair, pieces of crud, whole bunch of things to test out this vacuum, and also the car detailing setup. One thing I like is this hose opening is a lot smaller, so I feel like the suction power is going to be greater because it's such a smaller opening. Let's find out. All right, well, definitely got all the loose stuff. Now what's left over is just the stuck on dirt and a little bit of the hair that I'd have to really like work at to get. But this thing definitely has some good suction power and is getting all of that up. I'm gonna point it to another spot of the car here. All right, let's see how well we can get this hair out of here with this tool. Takes up the loose stuff really quickly. I'm having to scrub a little bit more to get the rest of the hair, but it is picking it up really well. I'm not sure if you could see that. Definitely gets into the crevices a lot better than the other tool would because of how large it is. So that's something to keep in mind. It depends on your application. No, I'm no car detailer, but that looks amazing already. There's still some hair really embedded in there, and I feel like I'd have to aggressively work at it and like scrub it to get it out. But I think this does a really good job getting out a big majority of this hair. Now we're gonna move on to my seat and we'll see how well it works there. Now this is my passenger seat. It's quite gross because my doggo likes to sit here, so a lot of hair collects down in there. So let's go ahead and see how well this cleans it out. Now I only spent about 30 seconds on that, and that is already infinitely better. There's always going to be little pieces that are embedded in, like that one, that kind of stitch their way into your carpet or your seats. So you have to work at it more, but just in that few seconds, it's already so much better. So this thing really works. It has a very strong suction. I think this will get any job done that you need to get done. Obviously, take into consideration, if you're working with something that has a lot of stuck dirt, you need to get it stuck on first, and then this will come in and just clean house. So this is the worst of the dog hair. This is a seat cover, so my dog can be back here and not scratch my seats up, but obviously you see all that hair there. So let's see how well this takes it up. Oh, easy. His hair does not stick to this, so it's pulling it right up. I'm gonna get in there without hitting the camera. Okay, there's some that's embedded. I figured that'd be the case. But that already looks so good. So there's a reason they call these shop vacs, because I have a shop in my garage. I work with metal, I work with wood. All of this white stuff here is actually glass beads for sandblasting. So this never stays in one place and it gets all over the floor, and sweeping it is an absolute nightmare because it's so tiny. And this should work perfectly. Look at that. It works so well, it's exposed the cracks in my concrete. Good thing I rent. So in this unit, there are a lot of cubbies. You've got a cubby hole here, and then you've got a cubby hole here for all of the long extenders, but that's for the other hose. So if you buy this hose, and I'm probably only gonna use this one because I'm using this specifically for my car. So the nice thing about this, so you got your hose here. So first things first, these little ridges on the side here and on the side here are for winding up your plug. And I think that is awesome because I hate the plugs, the wires that just go everywhere and you don't have a place for them. This has a spot for them, and just like a normal vacuum cleaner, I don't know if you could see that. It's got a little notch right here where you can just stick it on, and that is that. Now for me, I will be putting this hose right in there. It goes quite far down. That's about how long it is. So I'd say maybe 8 inches down in there, but that's a good spot for that. And then with the hose, I'm thinking I'll stick one end here in this back section. And then what I'll do is I'll wrap it kind of like the power cord here. Wrap it a couple times. I might have to wrap it tighter. And then I'm gonna get my space here, set it in at the bottom, and this will hold it, prevent it from falling down, and actually probably tuck it a little bit more here, like that. And now it's perfectly stored, and you can pick it up, move it where you need to go, and it's all on its own. And I love that. If you're as anal retentive as me and OCD as me, I think you'll love that. And I think you could find an even better way. But I like this way because it keeps both of the ends safe in this little cubby. And then I have my one, or I could switch them out easily. Typically when you're vacuuming, you're usually just gonna wanna use one. Keeping it simple is always easier. We wanna make it easier. So this is a cool little unit. Now I almost forgot the best part I wanted to test out was the blower function. So the other day I was cleaning up some grass clippings, some dead grass, and it flung into the kitchen, the living room area. So you can see there's a bit of crud. Yes, right now this would be good to vacuum up, but I just want to showcase and show you how strong the blower is. Well, I don't know how strong it is, but we're going to find out. Obviously, I don't recommend doing this inside. This will probably be an outside thing or inside the garage, but it's a cool function to have. Oh yeah, that was immediate. Wow, that was so strong. I'm going to have to walk around with this to show you how strong it is. It's literally so strong, it's blowing all the way from back here. Very strong. Yeah, that function is great. And now I have crap all over my living room, so I'm gonna have to re-vacuum it all. But I have this beautiful thing to do it. This thing is an absolute blast. I love it. I'm glad I bought it. I'm going to use this so often. It's so versatile. And I think if you are tired of, we'll say you're going to clean your car, right? You go to those car washes, you put in the dollar, and you use the nasty hoses that have been drugged through crap and dirt and can scratch your car and have vacuumed up God knows what. Having your own unit makes you feel much better because you know what's going through this. And if you're working a shop, getting dust from wood, metal, bead blast, dog hair, like so many things That's the whole point of this being that versatile. I have no complaints about this except for one thing. Rigid, just get rid of this hose and give them this hose. Just put this in the vacuum because this is a waste now. I'm gonna throw this away because it's useless. I think you can still find a use for this, but I think obviously it's a marketing ploy to make you spend more money. Oh, this is for car detailing, so you don't need this, but if you want the best of the best, you have to buy this. And I fell for it, obviously. But I think this hose is infinitely better quality. No crushing, no nothing. The way that it'll blow the air backwards is super cool. The way that it's got the storage and that I can wrap the thing around it. And honestly, I think the orange looks really good because it's orange and black, orange and black. It fits the theme. So honestly, if you're gonna buy one of these, unfortunately, I would just go ahead and buy this too. I think this is way valuable. I just wish they would have just included it like this and not wasted so much plastic because unfortunately, once you get this hose, the connections for the older hoses are useless. So if you want to use the other connections, you have to keep this hose. Hence why I'm primarily gonna be using this one or this one that comes with it because these are pretty much good enough. If you're gonna be vacuuming a carpet in your home, you're gonna use a standard vacuum cleaner. But for a shop vac that's cleaning just a normal area of things and not perfectly on a carpet, this is plenty. This is good. We wanna keep it simple. We don't wanna add more stress to our life. But I give this vacuum a 10 out of 10 if you buy this extra setup. So there you go. I'll leave a link in the description for the $99 version at Home Depot, and you can just check your local Home Depot. There was like 10 of these there when I went. This one specifically is the $99 one, so I will give you the exact listing of it in the comments below. I don't want to give you the Amazon because it's $150 and it doesn't even come with this. If it was $150 and came with this, that's a good package. But I'll just give you the link for the Home Depot and you can locate it locally if you want to pick one of these up.